I'm Ethan Johnson, and this is my display, Medieval Japan, and it's based on the 11th through 16th century era. Not any specific area, but just based on some artwork that I found online. Um, and I wanted to include some mountainscapes with the temples, and then rushing water, and a bunch of just local people doing what they do.
So you mentioned you found some artwork. Where did you find that? What kind of inspired Japanese build here? Because you don't see a lot of Lego builds in this kind of genre.
I don't know. I was kind of just, I think I was on Pinterest and I had been researching some Mongolian artwork. And then I actually, like one of the suggested ones was Japanese. And I saw a picture and kind of just went from there. So.
Nice. So if you want to maybe start down here in this section, we'll kind of work our way up.
Yeah, so I actually started with this section before I even decided on the Japanese display, and I just wanted to work with some rock work, trying to figure out how to come up with some natural design rock work, get away from the big ugly rock pieces, so to say, and then decided that I would go like from high to, or low to high and build quite a tall mock instead of keeping it flat. So then I decided I wanted to have the road with people going down it towards the temple, kind of like a centerpiece for the local people. And then the lake with the fishermen and using the paint palette piece from the Ninjago City as lily pads on the lake. And then the next challenge was coming up with ideas for the architecture itself. Since Lego's done a couple of Ninjago buildings, but not very many, there's not a whole lot of architecture in that theme. So I had to come up with ideas for the roof, how to get the curves on the ends, to get the divided sections in the walls, all of that.
Sort of iconic pagoda type of effect.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and it looks really good. So then you built your way up to the kind of the very top of the mountain there.
Yes, and used the collectible minifigure kimono girls over there around the top. Added a little spiral staircase up the side of the mountain, and finished it off with autumn-colored leaves.
So I know you said you started down here in the lowest section. Did you kind of sketch anything out, or was it really just lay the pieces out and build as you go?
Yeah, so after I got this section partially done, I decided to go and draw out what I thought would be what a layout that I would like. And I kind of wanted to have it mirrored, so from this corner low to the opposite corner high, so that it kind of shifts a sense of depth through the scene.
And then you've got this really nice stream running throughout it. What types of pieces did you use there to get that effect?
Yeah, so I used the transparent clear bricks and tiles, and then some cheese slopes to have the little cascades with brown and dark orange plates under it to make the riverbed.
What is the general internal structure like? Because you've got a lot of sections built up there that you had to use a lot inside there.
I actually used Duplo, and I can show you here. This section comes away, and I have Duplo built up like that. So it's a solid display.
But Duplo is, I mean, you see that used so often, and I think that's because it really just works so well for this type of building.
Yeah, it's easy to get in bulk, and it takes up a lot more space than regular Lego bricks, so you can build up taller without using as many pieces.
Is each section pretty heavy then with all that in brick in there?
Definitely. Yeah, really heavy.
How's this come together when you display it at a show?
So it just splits into 48 stud base plates, and usually put it together from front to back, and then the temple and the base plate that the temple is built on splits into two pieces vertically too. So then it goes into 7 boxes, and those stack in my car, and I take it to shows.
What is it like for you as you're trying to morph kind of the small plates in with all of the big rock sections and that sort of stuff, and making it all look natural and flow?
Well, usually I try to make sure that I don't leave too big a gap between elevation changes, usually no more than a brick, and a lot of times I'll have like 1 plate difference or 2 plates difference to kind of make the slopes of the hills so that it's not so blocky and gives kind of a gradual height increase.
You've got kind of several variations on the trees, coming out of the rocks there, and several things here. So what are some of the techniques you use to capture those?
Yeah, so I use the brown 1 by 2 by 3 tall slopes a lot, and then the arch pieces with the different colors, and then using whip pieces and Indiana Jones whips, and I'm not sure what the other one's from, but wrap around the trees to make vines and add some more structure.
Do those kind of help hold the tree together as well?
They actually do, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It adds detail and helps keep everything together. It's worth it.
everything's been planned out. So.
No, that's perfect. Well, I love this build, and it's a type of architecture and building that we don't see that often. So I'm so glad you could bring this out to the show. Thank you.
Thank you.